Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter, issue number 1 from IDW. So yeah, we get a Street Fighter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. This actually came out last week. I was originally going to get this review out then, but then I saw Shin Kamen Rider and I figured I kind of wanted to do that review instead. But yeah, here we go. Street Fighter and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we start off with the fight between Raph and Guile. And a majority of this issue is basically them wanting to just beat the crap out of each other. It doesn't really explain much of how we got here. It's pretty much, well, it's the Street Fighter characters. They are already in Street Fighter tournaments. As for the Turtles, Splinter basically told them, hey, I want you to work on your training. Go into this tournament and fight some strong opponents to see how your ninja training has been holding up. That's pretty much it. That's the whole setup that we get. I was a little bit confused about how the world seems to be okay with the Turtles. And since this is IDW and since we do have Jenica, I'm assuming this is taking place during the IDW universe of the Ninja Turtles, which I don't read because I absolutely despise Jenica as a character. I can't stand her. I hate her. She's just a self-insert that kind of hogs the spotlight away from the Turtles. In my personal opinion, this should never ever be more than 4 Turtles. It should just be the OG. We don't need a 5th Turtle. Whether that 5th Turtle be male or female, it doesn't matter to me. We don't need 5. Just keep it at the 4. But even though I don't read the current IDW, I have some knowledge on it. And as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, the Turtles are kind of well known. Or at least the idea of mutants is kind of well known to the people in the universe. So the Turtles don't have to go around and disguise themselves anymore. But I do find it kind of weird that, I don't know, the Street Fighter characters don't seem to have any kind of reaction to fighting giant mutant turtles. They seem to be pretty okay with it. But yeah, the majority of this issue is Guile and Raph fighting, and they're pretty evenly matched. And watching this whole thing is Bison and Baxter. And Baxter Stockman is working alongside Bison. Pretty much what they're doing is they have this tournament. People that capture Bison's interest, he comes up with some BS rule to have them disqualified. And then when they're disqualified, he has men show up to kidnap them. And he's doing something to them. We don't really know what. It's not explained in this issue. A lot of things aren't really explained in this issue, which is kind of okay. I say kind of because it's the first issue of a series, so you don't need to explain everything. It's not a one-shot, so you can leave things unanswered that you're going to answer in future issues. But at least it would be nice to have some kind of, I don't know, it feels like we're just kind of thrown into this in the middle of the plot, and you just kind of have to sink or swim. Yeah, he's kidnapping people. He takes an interest in Raph. Stockman tries to say, let's not do that, because if we go after the Turtles, they are going to become aware of our plan at some point, and we don't want them to know, because anytime the Turtles get involved in something, chaos and destruction follows. So let's not do that. But he wants to do it anyways. So he comes up with some kind of excuse to get Raph disqualified. Basically, as Raph and Guile are fighting, the referee says that Raph hit Guile in the throat, which is against the rules, and he's disqualified. And both Guile and Raph are pissed off because they've been enjoying the fight with each other too much, and they feel like this doesn't prove which one of them is better. This is a BS ruling. I want to keep fighting. But yeah, the fight comes to an end. Meanwhile, we have some Michelangelo and Chun-Li moments. We have a moment where Mike bumps into Chun-Li backstage as he's gathering a bunch of food, and he kind of spills some on her. Chun-Li is don't worry about it. It's easier to clean off food stains than it is to clean off blood. And then we cut to a little bit later where we get Chun-Li versus Michelangelo. And I despise this fight because this fight is basically just Chun-Li beating the crap out of Mikey. Mikey doesn't do anything because I guess he refuses to fight a woman. And I'm like, this is the Turtles. The Turtles will fight anybody and anything. They don't care what gender you are, they'll fight you. So, yeah, the fact that Mikey would enter a tournament and then purposely let himself lose, or just not even let himself lose. Like, if you're not going to fight Chun-Li because she's a woman, then just say, I forfeit, I'm not going to hit a woman. But instead, he just allows himself to get beat up until he taps out. And I'm just like, okay, that kind of sucks. And then we get this weird moment where Mikey's like telling Chun-Li about like how awesome she is. So yeah, Chun-Li beats the crap out of Mikey, and then Mikey tells her she's awesome. All right. And then Chun-Li blushes, and I'm like, are we going to get a Mikey Chun-Li shipping in this series? That's going to be weird. That's kind of pretty much it. It's just Guile and Raph wanting to fight each other. Maybe 2-3 pages of Bison explaining that he's kidnapping people. He doesn't really explain he's kidnapping people, but it's pretty much set up that he's kidnapping people from the tournament and he wants to do something with them. And then we get Mikey versus Chun-Li for more pages than necessary. And that's kind of it. So, other than the Raph Guile fight scene, I really don't know what else to think. There's really not much here. I don't hate it. I mean, okay, here's the things I hate. Jenica. But that has nothing to do with the writing. I just hate the character in general. I can't stand her. When I say it doesn't have anything to do with the writing, I mean it doesn't have anything to do with the writing of this issue. I would have hated Jenica in anything. It doesn't matter. Like, if you put her in The Last Ronin, I would still hate her. She's just a terrible character. And at least here, the writer seems to maybe know that people don't care about Jenica, because Jenica hardly has any dialogue in this whatsoever. She's kind of just floating in the background, and the other turtles are kind of thrust into the spotlight. So that was a huge plus. It's nice to see Jenica taking a back seat to the turtles for a change instead of the other way around. But yeah, I hate the fact that she's in this. And I hated the Chun-Li Mikey fight, because it was nothing more than Chun-Li beating the crap out of Mikey for like 3 or 4 pages, and Mikey not doing anything about it other than trying to dodge and still getting his butt kicked. So I was like, all right, well, that was kind of lame. I would have liked something else instead, like maybe throw in Ryu versus Leonardo. Like, that would have been cooler instead. Or, hey, how about Ken versus Mikey? That would have been an interesting fight, because their personalities, I don't want to say they're similar, but their personalities, it seems like they would gel well with each other. Like, they can bounce off each other pretty well. So that would have been an interesting thing to see. But no, we didn't get that here. So yeah, it was okay. I want to see where it goes. If I were to grade this, I would give it a 5 out of 10. It's average. So it's not good, but it's not bad. It's just average. But there you go. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Street Fighter, issue number 1 from IDW. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.